Glimpses of India Part 1, A Baker from Goa Summary. The story is written by Lucio Rodriguez, who talked about Goa, which was once ruled by the Portuguese. Due to this reason, the people of the region are swayed by the Portuguese culture. Baking was the conventional profession of the Goan people, and the bakers were known as padders there. The story particularly revolves around the bakers living in a Goan village. The author mentioned how people in old times ate loaves of bread which were baked in large furnaces. The padders would come to sell those loaves in the street and would make a jingling sound with the bamboo whenever they arrived. He further added how the villagers enjoyed eating the loaves and bread bangles brought in baskets for children by these bakers during his childhood. The author also described the special attire of the bakers called kabai, which was a single-piece frock that would reach up to their knees. Besides, he also mentioned how baking became the most profitable profession among people in Goa, and many bakers led a prosperous life, and their jackfruit-like physical appearance was a valid testimony of their well-being. Glimpses of India Part 2, Coorg Summary. Coorg is a story written by Lokesh Abrol. He described Coorg as the smallest district of Karnataka. The author said Coorg, or Kodagu, is a beautiful place that is located midway between Mangalore and Mysore. The heavenly city has evergreen forests, spices and coffee plantations, and many tourists throng to this destination from September to March every year. The air of this region is filled with coffee scents. The people of this region are very independent and have some Greek or Arabic connection since the time a part of Alexander's army had settled here permanently. They settled here and married the local people, and the tradition continues to exist. The people of Coorg wear kuppia, which is a long black coat that is quite similar to the ones worn by Arabs. Besides, the Coorgi people are very brave. One of the most significant regiments in the Indian Army is the Coorg Regiment. Notably, the first Indian commander-in-chief of the Indian Army was General Cariappa, who hailed from this beautiful place. The hilly regions and forests of Coorg are a major source of water for the Kaveri River. Visitors who are interested in high adventure sports can have fun and frolic in this place and also explore the different types of animals particularly found in this region. Glimpses of India Part 3, Tea from Assam Summary. Tea from Assam is a story written by Arup Kumar Datta. This is the last story of the prose, Glimpses of India. The story began with two friends, Rajveer and Pranjol, who were traveling to Assam. On their way, they bought fresh tea from a roadside vendor and discussed the specialty of this region. As they sipped the hot steaming tea, Rajveer told Pranjol that over 80 crore cups of tea are being consumed every day throughout the world. Rajveer thoroughly enjoyed the scenic beauty of Assam, consisting of tea plantations and bushes, while Pranjol was engrossed in a detective book. Rajveer further explained to Pranjol about Assam as a place that is famous for having the largest tea plantations. However, no one knows the origin of tea in the region. According to a Chinese legend, a few leaves of tea accidentally fell into a pot of boiling hot water. The emperor enjoyed the delicious flavor of the liquid, and that's how tea came into being. Further, Rajveer mentioned how an Indian legend, Bodhidharma, who was a Bodh monk, cut off his eyelids because he fell asleep during meditation. In no time, 10 tea plants grew out of his eyelids, and when these leaves were put in hot water, it helped in banishing sleep. Soon, both of them arrived at Mariani Junction, picked up their luggage and made their way towards Dikiabari Tea Estate. On their way, they saw batches of tea pluckers who draped plastic aprons with bamboo baskets hung on their backs as they plucked the newly sprouted leaves. Pranjol's father had come to receive both of them. Pranjol's father was amazed at Rajveer's knowledge about tea plantations when he heard the young boy mention the second flush or sprouting period of tea that yields the best tea. Rajveer further said that he was keen to learn more about the place from Pranjol's father. Conclusion of Glimpses of India. The chapter includes 3 short stories. First one is The A Baker from Goa by Lucio Rodriguez. This is a story about a baker and relates to the old Portuguese days. The second one is Coorg by Lokesh Abrol. It is a story about Coorg, a place in Karnataka. The author describes the weather, environment, people, wildlife and the landscape of Coorg in this story. The last one is Tea from Assam by Arup Kumar Datta. This story is about two friends exploring the tea gardens of Assam and also learning the legends behind it. A Baker from Goa is a story that relates to the time when there was Portuguese rule in Goa. The story is of a baker living in a Goan village. During those times, people ate loaves of bread. These were made in big furnaces. The bakers, known as padders, would come to sell these bread in the street and would make a jingle sound with the bamboo. Although, nowadays we may not see these loaves but may sometimes see the furnaces and some bakers carrying on the traditional business of their forefathers. The author remembers the coming of the baker twice a day during his childhood days. He was the author's friend and guide. The maidservants in the author's house would buy loaves of bread which they ate with tea. During those days, bread was an important part of any occasion, especially the sweet bread bowl. Also, the baker had a peculiar dress kabai. It was a single-piece frock that would reach up to knees. Baking was a profitable business at that time. Coorg is a story describing the Coorg or Kodagu, the smallest district of Karnataka. The author describes Coorg as a heavenly place that lies between Mangalore and Mysore. It is certainly God's abode as it has evergreen forests, spices and coffee plantations. From September to March, the weather is good here and thus many tourists come to visit the place. The air here has the coffee aroma in it. There's a famous story about the Greco-Arabic descent of the Coorg people that a part of Alexander's army had to settle here as it was not possible for them to return. They thus settled here and married with the locals. We may find people of Coorg wear kuppia, a long black coat similar to the keffiyeh that Arabs wear. People of Coorg are also very brave. The Coorg Regiment of Indian Army is one of the most significant regiments. Also, our first army chief, General Kariyappa, hails from Coorg. The forests and hills of Coorg provide a major source of water to the river Kaveri. Also, mahasir, the largest freshwater fish, is found in these waters. From the top of the Brahmagiri hills, we can see the complete view of Coorg. Also, Buddhist monks live in Bailikup in the island of Nisargadhama near Coorg. The last story, Tea from Assam, starts with two friends, Rajveer and Pranjal, traveling to Assam. On their way, they buy the tea from a roadside vendor. While sipping the tea, Rajveer tells Pranjal that people drink over 800 million cups of tea throughout the world in a day. While Rajveer is looking at the beautiful and serene scenery, Pranjal is busy reading detective book. There were tea bushes all over as far as one could see. They also saw a building which was a tea garden. Assam has the largest tea plantations and no one knows who discovered the tea for the first time. But, there are many legends associated with it. According to a Chinese legend, a few branches of tea fell accidentally in the boiled hot water. The emperor liked the delicious flavor. This is how it came into being. As per an Indian legend, Bodhi monk, Bodhidharma cut off his eyelids as to avoid sleep during meditation. About 10 tea plants grew out of these and thus, they banished sleep when put in hot water and drunk. Both of them got down at Mariani Junction and went to Dhikiabari tea estate. There they saw women plucking tea leaves. Pranjal's father had come to receive them there and said that he knew a lot about tea plantations. Rajveer says that he is keen to learn from him. In the chapter Glimpses of India, we learnt about the beautiful landscapes and specialities of different parts of India. There are a lot of beautiful places to explore in India itself before we make our way to explore foreign locations. For more update, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.